Hello everyone, welcome back to AppDev channel. As we are learning Lambda expressions in detail, we talked about how the methods or the how we are overriding the methods of an interface using the object-oriented system and the functional-oriented system using the Lambda expressions. How the Lambda expressions are being mapped to your interfaces, and those interfaces which are coming up with Java inbuilt are called as functional interfaces. We have discussed in detail. We have seen two examples how the runnable and the action listener are acting as functional interfaces to your Lambda expressions. So in today's video, we will talk about few more functional interfaces that are shipped with Java 8. Okay, let me go to this package java.util.function. I guess, yeah, this is the package which is having all functional interfaces available in Java 8. Okay, so they're having, whenever you write some expression, lambda expression, right? Those expressions will JVM will try to map them, or the compiler will try to map them into uh, the methods that are available in any of these functional interfaces. Okay. If at all they are not matching, there is also another way that we have seen action listener. Action listener is not a functional interface, but that is having only one abstract method, right? So in that way, action listener is acting as a functional interface for the add listener, add action performed method. Okay. So in today's video, we will pick up few functional interfaces from this list, and we will see how to convert the methods or the implement overriding methods, and we will compare them with writing lambda expressions. Okay, so let me take one example class here. I'll name that class as I'm going to deal with collections in all these interfaces, functional interfaces examples. So I'm mentioning it as collections test as my class. Okay, and I'm going to have only one main method. Okay, now in this method, I am going to create a list of numbers. Okay, and this is the numbers list, and this is just an array list, and I have to populate this array for 10 times so that it will be having 10 elements in the array list, 1 to 10. Okay, and I have to mention this as integer. Now I'll print the numbers. Now if I print this, then this array list is populated with 10 numbers. Now this is one way of printing it, right? Suppose if you want to do some operations on this array list, then you have to use the iterator, right? Iterate over the collection. This is the way we generally use till Java 7 to iterate a list using for each loop. So if you want to print a number here, that will be printed here, right? Iteration using Java 7 approach. So it is all printing the numbers, right? 1 to 10. Now here we are writing a for loop and we are creating an iterator, externally iterator, right? and this iterator is going through that for array list and printing each and every element. So if you want to do any operations on each element, those operations also you can do by this external for loop. Okay, so this is the way we use to iterate an array list using till Java 7. But in Java 8, there is a method that came up, list dot for each. Okay, numbers is a list, right? For each, yeah. If you see this, this is accepting, for each method is accepting consumer functional interface. So whatever the lambda expression you are writing, that should be matching with the method or the abstract method that is available in the consumer interface. Now we will go and see what is there in the consumer interface. Okay, let me open this. So in consumer interface, there is an accept method, abstract method, accept, and it takes an object as an argument, but it does not return anything. Okay, so what we have to do in for each method, our expression should be taking an argument from the numbers list, but we should not be returning anything. That method will not be returning anything, right? So we will just print it, ln of number. That's all. So instead of writing that much big for loop, right? This is all a single liner, one liner code. So this is the definition of the accept method that is available in the consumer interface, that we are passing it as an argument to this for each method. So this is how we are using lambda expression to pass as an argument to this for each method. Okay, now if I print this, let's see what happens. See, this Java 7 is printing, Java 8 is also printing. So this is one of the functional interface which is consumer, that is having accept is a method, that is having accept as a method which is being mapped with your lambda expression, that accepts an argument, that accepts an object as an argument but does not return anything. In such scenarios you can use this. Okay, now let us go to another functional interface. Okay, now let me say I'm having this numbers list, right? I want to create another list with the numbers more than 5. Okay, now list of integers uh, greater numbers. Okay, this is my list, and this list should be having only the elements which are greater than 5. In such scenario, what we have to do, we have to iterate each and every for item in the for loop using the Java 7 approach, right? So let me comment these two for now initially. Okay, as we are looking at the another functional interface. So here I have to write a condition. If integer is greater than equal to 5, then only print this. Not printing, then only add the number to greater numbers list. Okay, so this is the way if you print, this is the way we are generating a new list. This is actually a reduced version of your numbers list. Greater numbers is not having the all elements, right? This is the reduced version of your numbers list. So if you want to reduce something from your original list, then we are having that condition in the for loop while iterating that original list and adding to the new list. So if you print that new list now, greater numbers, let's run it now. It's actually running on greater numbers. We have to run it on numbers. Now let me run it. Yeah. See, this is one way we are using till Java 7 to get some reduced version of your list by adding some condition. If you don't want to return all objects that are coming from your backend to your client, right? Then you can have some conditions inside the for loop while iterating, then you can use it. Okay, this is the most widely used scenario or the use case while we are working with lists or collections. You have to have some conditions before returning it to your client. Okay, now we will see how to convert this into your using lambda expression. Okay, so in order to, we have to reduce the list, right? So numbers is the list I have to iterate the list. So for iteration, we have another thing here in Java 8, that is stream. Okay, stream is actually an opposite version of your for loop or for each loops and whatever it is, right? Enumerators or iterators, they are all sitting outside. Okay, but stream will not be, but for each loop is your internal looping technique. Okay, it will not be going inside. If you see that for loop or the for each loop, we are we are writing externally because this is not part of your collection class. Okay, but when it is coming to for each method, it is part of your collection class. So when your list is having so many numbers and if you want to iterate that, it is better you go with for each method. Okay, to iterate this will be faster when your list is having so many elements. Similarly, stream is also similar to that. It is not going through your list for each and every operation you do. Okay, but lists will be coming. Stream is like a belt. Okay, lists will be coming to that belt and stream. What are operations you assign to your stream, all those operations will be performed one by one. Okay, so stream. Okay, list numbers dot stream. Here I have couple of operations. Okay, all match, any match. This is taking a predicate functional interface. Okay, there is another method. Here we want to reduce, right? We want to filter the elements from the numbers list. So here we are having a method stream dot, where is that method? Filter. Yeah, filter. So filter, if I use filter, it takes a predicate. Okay, predicate is another functional interface. Okay, what is that? We will see. Okay, let me open this. So predicate is a functional interface that is having test as an abstract method. It takes an object, but it returns a boolean. Earlier we have seen consumer, right? It takes an object but returns nothing. But function predicate is an functional interface. It takes an object as an argument, but it returns boolean. So here in this case, what we have to do, we have to pass uh, an object to that method. We have to know whether it is greater than 5 or not. Okay, so that is a method and we are passing number to it as an argument. We want to know whether it is greater than 5 or not. So we have to write it, and this is the condition we have to pass it. Okay, greater than 5. So if the number is greater than 5, whatever the number, for each number that is coming from this numbers list, that will be passed into this lambda expression. If it is greater than 5, that will return true. Okay, otherwise it returns false. Okay, now once you have the numbers which are greater than 5, then you want to create that or add that to a new list, right? So there is a method collect. Okay, collect is a method which is actually, see here, this one numbers filter, right? Filter numbers dot stream dot filter, it's actually returning a stream. Okay, so we have to collect that stream into a collection using collectors. Okay, collectors, collect of collectors dot to list. Okay, now if you store greater numbers, okay, let me comment this. We have seen the Java 7 approach, right, already. Here now we will see greater numbers, Java 8 approach. See, this instead of writing the conditions, going through each and every element using for loop and writing the conditions, if you want to add so many conditions like this, right, your for loop logic will be more when you are dealing with your Java 7 approach. But if you want to write the similar expression, similar code in Java 8 using long lambda expression, this is that simple. Okay, just you have to find out a functional interface that is actually matching with your requirement, and you have to implement that method using the lambda expression. That's it. So filter is a method that is in there in the stream, and it accepts a functional interface which is predicate, which we have seen. Predicate is having a test method. It is accepting an object as an argument, and it is returning either boolean value, either true or false, and we are collecting that stream into a list. That list is a reduced version of your actual list. Okay, so this is about another interface which is predicate. Okay, earlier we have seen this is consumer. Okay, now we will talk about another functional interface. Okay, let me create a class uh, employee. Okay, this employee is having just ID and name. Now let me create getters and setters for this, and also a constructor as well. Okay, now this is my employee class. I want to create another class which is employee test. Okay, in this method, in this class, I am having a main method. Here I want to create list of employee objects. Okay, employee list, new array list. Okay, now emp list dot add. Here we have to add the employee object, right? So new employee of 1 comma appdev. Okay, this is the employee name. This is John, and this is Scott. These are the three employee objects I created, and I'll add. Okay, I have already added it, right? Okay, what is this problem? Okay, so what I want to do is I want to create another list which is having only the names from these employees. Now what I have to do, I have to iterate each and every element in this list, and I have to take the name and I have to add that name to name list, and I have to print that. Okay, now here employee is coming up, right? Employee dot get name. Okay, here names list I'm creating string names list new array list names list dot add. Okay, so if I print the names list now, if I have to print, I have to use list names list, right? Names list dot for each. What is this names list dot for each is taking? Here in this example we have seen it, right? For each will take an object as an argument and it returns nothing. So name it will be taking as an argument, and it is going to print it. Okay, now let me print this. Abdev John Scott. Okay, this is the way we convert or we extract the names from the original list into another list, names list. Okay, this is the Java 7 approach. Now if you want to achieve the same thing in Java 8, then we have a method here. We have an approach here. Names list dot stream. We have to iterate through each and every element, right? So names list dot stream dot. There is a method available map. Okay, map is taking function. What is this function? Functional interface. We will see it. This is the function functional interface, right? There is a method available in function functional interface apply. It takes object as an argument and returns another object. Okay, if you see that this applies, this is a functional argument interface whose functional method apply. Okay, so applies this function. Okay, this actually takes a function as an argument, not object as an argument. This actually takes function as an argument to the given argument. Okay, we will see that. Okay, so map is, we have to pass a function, right? So what is the function we have to execute? We have to get the employee name, right? So we have to get the employee name, and that name get name is a method that is available in your employee object. So employee is a class and it is having get name method. So this is the function I want to execute, and it should return me the return value. It should return me whatever that is coming from this function. So in order to refer a method in a class in Java 8, we can use the method reference technique. Okay, like this scope resolution operator. Okay, the double colon operator we can use. So this method, this is a method we are passing to this map. This is a function that we are passing. This function has to be evaluated for each element on this stream or on this names list. Not names list, I have to use the emp list, right? So emp list, it gets one employee object, and for each object it calls this function, right? Get name, by using this method reference technique. So once the getName returns a value. We will get a name for each of the employee object, right? That we have to collect into a collection, because that will return a stream, right, at the end. So collectors dot to list. So this will be having your names list. That's it. Okay, if you see that, let me comment everything here. The Java 7 approach. See this. This is just having a names list, and names list we are iterating using a stream. Stream is having a map, and it is accepting this function. This function will be applied to each and every object in this EMP list, and it gets the return value, and the return value will be collected into a list. That list is names list. Okay, now if I print the names list, let's see what happens. Abdev John Scott. That's it. Right. So this is one way in Java 8 to execute a function for each and every element that is available in the list you are iterating using functional interface, which is called function, and that function is a functional interface, is an argument to your map function, map method that is there in the stream. Okay, so that's all about the couple of functional interfaces which we targeted to see in today's video. We have seen in detail the examples, the Java 7 approach and the Java 8 approach using the lambda expressions for the consumer, predicate, and the function interface. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Please give it a like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.